What is going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. So it's late, 7 o'clock, which is late for me, but UPS still decided to bring me JND Mera. So here is the art box. Go ahead and open this bad boy. So this is going to be the COA similar to their previous ones. And I got number 1074 of 1200. These are okay, but I'm not the biggest fan. Like, you have to look at an angle. You can't even look straight on. In general, I prefer just like a DBZ COA versus this. So I'm not the biggest fan of their COAs. The packaging was overall nice, small box, which is great because that alien bus really just destroyed my frickin' box space. Alrighty, let's see what she looks like. I've heard mixed reviews on her. Oh mama. Alright, the base is going to be underneath. Has that fresh resin smell. Alrighty, so I do have the gloves from Queen Studios. I don't want to touch this with my bare greasy hands. I do like JND statues quite a bit. However, I always just hate paying for them because I feel like they're so overpriced. I'm just like, I don't feel like I get the money's worth. Alrighty, let's see this base. So, similar to all the other bases, you know, it's just this square with black underbase. This one says Aquaman, has the Aquaman logo. There's a magnet peg here, really nice water effect and wet ground look. So overall, that looks great. Alrighty, let's get this. My dog stepped on a bee. I know a lot of people don't like Amber Heard. I still like her quite a bit. Oh, you know, I don't like what she did to Johnny. Who knows what's true, but, you know, frankly, it's none of my business. All right, there we go. Boom. What I do know is I loved her in Aquaman. And generally, I like her in every movie I've seen. Anytime I see Amber Heard, I freaking like her. The movie I first grew to really like her was Never Back Down. Really like that. So here is the hand. And this is silicone, you know, which is really nice. Overall looks really good so far. This is, you know, like labeled right, even though I don't think it. Strong magnet, fits good. Same thing on this one, it's like a similar pose. And there you go. Only one other thing to look at, which I can't even get out of the box. Oh, Jupiter. Alrighty, the gloves were preventing me, but it is more or less her golden thing or whatever. We will put that right here for right now, but I do plan to have her wear it, as I do like my Mera with that golden thing. You know, ever since I got the bust, I've displayed the bust with that permanently. I definitely like it. Let's just put this away real quickly. As you can see, very easy unboxing, unlike my last two statues, Gimli and the Chap. Definitely a lot easier to unbox the JND. I mean, this thing Nice packaging for sure. Nice art box. I like the, pull up like that. So what do we think, folks? Gotta get that for the good old thumbnail for YouTube. Alrighty, so some of her hair is like in her face, so let's smooth that a little bit. I wanna have it behind her head. I wanna block, there you go. Boom, giggity. Giggity, giggity, goo. JND Mera. Alrighty. Let's look at this up close. In camera, it's hard to see. It is easier to see the logo in person. The water effect looks excellent. Looks like real life. I don't got any complaints in terms of that water effect or the ground. Looks excellent. In terms of Mera, she is much more greenish than the JND or than the Infinity Studios, which I will show them side by side. And her armor has a less metallic look, like on, this where it's like solid and then like texturized. I'd say it's slightly less metallic, but overall the costume looks beautiful. I mean, one of the biggest driving points of this statue, one, those hips, her pec, if you know what that means, dib, and poet. You guys know what that means. I mean, goodness gracious, Amber has been doing her deep squats, folks. No doubt. Deep squats. Blessed with those big birthing hips. I like the pose. It's, it's simplistic, but it does look really good. I like the position of the fingers, the hands. I think it's very elegant. You can see, like the creases in her costume from it. The silicone boobies look great. And this is the real reason you buy a JND is for that right there, which is a silicone portrait, with extreme detail. So hand-punched hair, glass eyes, silicone portrait. Red hair looks good. There is a few different shades of red almost. I think the likeness is pretty darn good, honestly. And you can see a little bit of teeth. Starting to think I want to put this up high. I'd plan to put it next to my Aquaman, but looking at this, I'm like, ooh. I feel like this wants to, I want to go high on this bad boy. Let me go ahead and put that tiara on. Alrighty, and there is the tiara on her. Now the tiara actually has like an actual like pin, like a sharp object you insert into the silicone to hold it. I mean, you're not ever going to see that hole considering there's the hair there, but I've never had a statue I had to pierce to insert a part. And it looks like I got it on perfect, so it looks really good. I do like it. It has some shades of silver, good texture, and overall I like it. It looks good. I'm definitely going to keep that tiara on. I think it looks really good. So overall, yeah, very impressed. The costumes, looks great. Better than Catwoman. Harley has the most intricate costume, so just a lot going on. Where this one has really good sex appeal, good colors, especially like the green to red ratio with her hair. And then that touch of gold. I love the colors. And then there's the gold on the costume. Of course, you have the Aquaman logo. There's some gold right here. A little gizzy. Yeah, overall, it looks really good. I like this a lot. So, I know some people don't like it. I know people obviously don't like Amber Heard, so they wouldn't touch a collectible of her. But, me personally, I still consider her easily one of the top 5 most attractive actresses in Hollywood. Her, Margot Robbie, Gal Gadot, Scarlett Johansson, and Emilia Clarke are my top 5. And, then we get to Megan Fox. Let's go ahead and put her next to Aquaman first, see how it looks, then next to the Mera bust. Alrighty, folks, so here she is. She is a tiny bit taller than Harley Quinn. I think she pairs really good with this Aquaman. As I predicted, they look amazing together. Those colors are just incredible. So really digging how that looks, I gotta say. You know, and so basically I got 3 JND girls right now. The only one I don't have is, of course, Gal, which is a really difficult one for me for a few reasons. I don't have a separate spot for her. I can't display her in this display. I'm not getting rid of horse. She just doesn't really go anywhere unless you do like a true dedicated JND girl display. Gal just doesn't work for me. In addition, she's stupid expensive. Don't get me wrong, I love that Gal Gadot Wonder Woman. Both of them, the golden and the new one. But I just don't know how I could ever get her. You know, I sold my Queen bust. I'm not doing a second Wonder Woman bust in 1/3 display. And this one just makes most sense in the collection. Yeah, and so there is the Infinity one. So I'll move Joker, show you Harley, and I'll put JND Harley there. Harley and Mera, so you guys can see. Because as of right now, I'm still kind of leaning towards keeping it like that. Because one, perfect companion to that Aquaman. 2, whenever I put the JNDs here, yes, I can see them better. But they don't scale good with my prime ones, where these actually scale really good. They'll have like the same body and head size, you know, where that one, because the Aquaman hair isn't out, you know, I did the EX wet hair, it's not as noticeable that it's such a bigger statue. And then Deadshot has the helmet, so it helps mask his size as well. Plus I did boost up both JNDs. You know, I added a few things to help them. You know, you also notice I moved Bane right there. I just didn't like that empty spot. You know, I still plan to get the Bell bust. Granted, the last photos of it did kind of look at Sideshow Con. You know, so I'm gonna wait till that it's in hands. I want to see like that first video. Once I see that, you know, I'll most likely buy it. Pending no, you know, money issues at the time, we'll get it, of course. But I can't predict the future. I don't know if I'll have money for it in the future, but I definitely do plan to get it and put it right there. Although, if I didn't get it, I still think that looks really solid for my Dark Knight Rises collection, the way I did that. I think it works really good as well. So Bell Bust, I do plan to get it, but there's a tiny chance I may not get it if money's an issue at that time. So as of right now, the only true empty spot of like a must-have for me is Thor Bust, you know, to complete this room. And then, you know, I do plan to get Bale, and then if we ever get a Hawkeye 1/4. But Mera is definitely a welcome addition. I do like her quite a bit. I think her likeness is better than Harley. And I think she probably has the biggest sex appeal because of that like really tight, you know, skin tight, showing every curve that you just love on a woman. You know, great butt, silicone boobies, everything. Her portrait's absolutely gorgeous. I'm a big fan of red hair. You know, so her head is angled a tiny bit down, which actually matches Aquaman because his head's also angled down. But yeah, there it is. Now, if I do the JND girls right here, like boom and boom, that would mean Joker and Harley would go there. So I'd probably do Joker and Harley and Deadshot next to Aquaman, which kind of defeats the whole Aquaman movie, Suicide Squad movie, double display. It's more or less like the entire Suicide Squad and then an Aquaman, which, I mean, obviously can still work, but him next to Mera, I feel really pairs really good. Like, I like that look. So, but I do want to see what it looks like next to the bust, you know. Yeah, I guess this one's not super metallic either. I don't know why it's a tiny bit like that. You know, like this one's absolutely gorgeous. So beautiful. Alrighty, let's see how JNDs look here. Alrighty, folks. So here is the two JND girls next to the two Infinity bus. God, looks so good too. There's an obvious skin color difference between, really both the bus and the JNDs. There's definitely a skin color difference. The hair color is very close. Very close. Now the costumes, they're closer than I anticipated. This is just a little bit more greenish, where this is more like turquoise, is how I would label it. Like, this definitely has a green look to it. Green and turquoise, where this is like, turquoise with some green, some darker turquoise. Honestly, both costumes look really good. I like them both quite a bit. And they definitely pair extremely well together. The biggest thing that bugs me is just how much bigger like he is versus her, and then Batman to her. I mean, I guess it fits. What do you guys think? Do you think we should keep the girls here? I mean, here's the one thing. Those cost double the cost of these two. And of course, our superior statues, I still like these, and I think they, work, but I think this also works really good. Allows me to view the JND girls better, obviously, having them top shelf. And then, of course, that's where we'd put Harley and Joker. So, yeah, there's definitely a gold color difference between these two. Both look good. I like them both. I wouldn't necessarily say one is better. That's the thing. Like, the costume and the tiara and the skin tone all have different looks. But I wouldn't say one is better than the other in terms of which one I prefer. I think they both look good outright. So I don't have too much complaints there. If I was to rank the J&D girls, I think Catwoman has probably the best likeness, then Mera, then Harley. And the Golden Wonder Woman, I did see her in person at my buddy's house. I thought she was incredible likeness as well. I would say as good as Mera, because I think Mera is a solid 90+%. Harley's like 80%. And I would put Catwoman at like, especially with like the mask on, like 94%, 95%. She is definitely the biggest sex appeal and very vibrant looking. Harley's also pretty vibrant with her costume. And, there's a lot going on that Harley, which I really like. You got switch outs, weapons, her, just so much going on Harley. I think that's one reason that she's a special statue. Catwoman's really good as well, but I would put Mera above Catwoman. Gizmo, he wants to jump on my lap. He's very clingy, folks. Yeah, I would probably put Mera above Catwoman. Between Catwoman and Harley, I don't know, maybe Mera. Between Mera and Harley, I'd probably say Mera. So I think Mera might be my favorite J&D now. I really like her. I think she looks really good, folks. They did a great job on her. Yeah, they did a good job for sure. Yeah, Amber Heard is just freaking gorgeous. Eyes look great. There's a hair right here I need to remove. I think, yeah. A hair is on the opposite side. I will fix that after. Yeah, overall, she's absolutely fantastic for sure. Looks really good. So thanks, Spec Fiction, for this awesome statue. Will it be my final J&D? I don't know. I've always thought if I wanted to get Wonder Woman, the only way that would work good is if I was able to remove that Aquaman, put him here, got to extend this shelf out, and do Mera there and Wonder Woman there. So you have 3 J&D girls with 2 Infinity busts. You would have to extend this out a solid 16 inches, though. Definitely have to get the 60-inch wide garage shelf if I wanted to do that, which obviously, cuts into about right there. It's not a horrible idea to do that. I almost feel like I'd prefer the golden suit Wonder Woman just to have variety versus this one. However, I'm not paying those aftermarket prices. If I'm paying those, I might as well get the newer one, which includes the sword shield, classic costume, sexier, better movie. Very happy to hear we're getting Wonder Woman 3 as well. I think for right now, I'm going to keep it like this because I want to enjoy Mera top shelf. I might return her back down next to Aquaman because I do really like her next to the golden suit. She pairs way better with golden suit than this version. You know, granted, you could pair that. Like, that's not absolutely horrible, but golden suit definitely is better. Anyways, folks, that's JND Mera. Overall, I'd probably give her a 9 out of 10. I think the biggest drawback is, one, they should have given her a water effect like this. I think both hands could have had a water effect, especially with that pose. So that's one thing I would do. Second, I would probably angle her head slightly more up, not down. Amber Heard's not super tall, so why is she looking down? Normally her enemy's more in front. So have her looking more just forward. Add a water effect. Lower the price by $500 because it is overpriced. Without a doubt, you know, JND statues are overpriced in my opinion. Yes, the detail is incredible. The likeness is iffy, you know, but on a general notice, I'd say their likeness is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's any better than like Prime 1 Studios. The detail's definitely there, but they are smaller statues, very simplistic base. They're definitely $500 overpriced. I think these should be $1,500 statues, not $2,500 with shipping. You know, they should be $1,500 plus shipping. I think that's much more reasonable. But, you know, this JND's a business. These things are selling out. So, of course, the prices are going to be astronomical. But that's the price you want to pay if you want to get a 1/3 scale Mera with silicone titties, glass eyes, and hand punched hair. So, I was willing to pay it because I wanted to get her. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.